Hello everybody, and thank you so much for watching my video. In part 1 of the Rosebud poncho we made 4 squares. And in part 2 we will crochet them together, add a few more rounds on the bottom part, and then we will also make a neckline. I placed my blue square in the middle, the one I started with the blue color, and then the 2 white ones. I placed the side on the right, side to side with the blue square, and this side I put the white square. And we will start crocheting all the way on the right edge. We will go to the middle, crochet the squares together, and then follow along the left side and end on the left edge. Turn your work over to the wrong side, all squares wrong side up. And then I place my first 2 edges together. This is the right side, and I will begin stitching together in the corner. I will start with the second or the middle chain, the top, only the top loop. And I pull my yarn through the second and the first square, then I go to the next top loop of the first square and the next top loop of the second square, and pull the yarn through. And then the first double crochet the front and the back and only through the top loop, and then continue all the way till you reach the middle. This is how it looks on the wrong side, and then on the right side you can see a nice seam here and here. Continue stitching it together until you get to the last double crochet. I reached the corner. Here's the neckline, and now I will crochet. I made the last stitch in my double crochet. Now I will crochet the next chain together also in the top loop, and the first chain on the second part. And now I go into the second chain, and I grab my piece on the left, also wrong side up, and I will go through the second chain of that, also the top loop, and then I grab from the right side the last piece and I go through that second chain. Then I pull through the 3 pieces and to the 4th loop. And now this side is done, and now I can work my way along the left side. I go into the next stitch with the first chain, and then on this side it's also the chain, and I pull through, and then the first double crochet and the first double crochet on this side, and then work your way along the left side. And let me show you how that looks. So we just finished the seam all the way to the neckline. Now we are going along this side, and then let me turn it over. This is how the seam looks from the right side. Continue all the way to the edge on the left side now. And I'm finishing my seam on the left side. I'm going to the last double crochet to the first chain, and my last stitch is through the middle chain. The way we started is the way we finish, to the middle chain. And this poncho, this side, is stitched together. And let me turn it over and show you. This is how it looks on the right side. I finished my stitching, and now you can do the other side, and I already finished it, but I want to show you really quickly how it's done. Flip your poncho over, and I've already done it, but you need to fold your left shoulder part to the middle, fold the left square to the middle. This is our neckline, and then fold your right shoulder part over to the middle, fold it in half. Then place your fourth square between the two shoulder pieces, and then you can repeat exactly the same stitch as we did on the other side. Start on the right with the second chain, work your way up to the middle and only stitch into the top chains. Then work the middle just like we did on the other side, and go around the left side of the squares and finish on the left edge. So this stitch on this side is exactly the same stitch that we did on the other side. Now that we finished stitching our poncho together, we will continue to crochet, and I will continue on the bottom corner of the poncho. You can start on any of the corners, either this one or that one. And everything is facing right side up again. Our last round on the edge was round 4. So now I'm turning my poncho upside down. So this is my corner. And now I will start round 5. I will start round 5 with my white yarn, and we will repeat the 3 double crochets together just like we did in all the other rounds. Round 5, I pull my white yarn through the corner, then chain 2, then double crochet 2 more together, 1 and 2, then pull through all 3 loops, chain 3 into the same chain space to the corner space, double crochet 3 together, 1, 2 and 3, pull through 4 loops, chain 2, and then repeat as we did before. Go into the back loop, this one's hiding a little bit again, and double crochet 3 together, 1, 2 and 3. Then pull through all 4 loops, chain 2, and then repeat all the way until we get to the spaces here. I started in the corner, I made 2 clusters, then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on all the way to the edge. I made 21 clusters, then chain 2, then into the first space I start my cluster again, unfinished double crochet, then where the seam is, right into the middle, and I try to grab two pieces of yarn on top of my hook, and I make an unfinished double crochet, then go into the next space and make an unfinished double crochet, pull through all 4, chain 2, then repeat. Put the 3 doubles together into the back loops only, chain 2, and so on. When you get to the next space, repeat it. Make a cluster stitch together in the space, in the seam, and into the space with the 2 chains in between. Make 2 chains, and in the corner 3 double crochet together, 3 chains, and 3 doubles together. Two chains, and then start with the first double again. Put the 3 doubles together, then when you get to the side, repeat the 3 doubles together into the space, left and right, and into the seam, then again into the second seam, the same thing, 1 2 3 doubles together, and then finish until you get to the first corner again. At the end of the round, chain 2 and make a slip stitch where these double crochets come together into the same stitch, just like we always do. Then I continue with the white yarn, make a slip stitch into the chain space, and that's round 6. Chain 3, and we make our regular corner, double crochet, chain 3, and 2 more doubles into the same corner. Make a double crochet into the combined stitch, then 2 doubles into the chain space, and so on, just like we always do our round 5. Double crochet into the combined chain space and 2 doubles in the chain space, and we crochet right over everything here, just like we usually would. I made my last double crochet in the combined stitch, then I make 2 doubles into the chain space and a double into the combined stitch and 2 doubles into the chain space, and then just keep on going until you get to the corner. I'm making my last double crochet in the combined stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the corner, chain 3, and then 2 double crochets into the corner, and then continue. Double crochet in the combined stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the chain space, and then go over the 2 seams like we did on the other side, and crochet all the way to the beginning of the corner. Finish with a double crochet where the 3 doubles come together. Then make a slip stitch into the 3rd chain, and a slip stitch into the double crochet, and now we will start round 1 again. In round 1, pull the blue yarn through, chain 3, and make a double crochet into the chain space, chain 3, and make 2 more double crochet into the corner, Now make the back post double crochet around every double crochet. When you get to the corner, make 2 double crochet, 3 chains, and 2 double crochet into the corner. Continue with the back post double crochet. Finish round 1, make the last back post double crochet, then slip stitch into the 3rd chain and slip stitch into the next stitch into the double crochet. Now start round 2 and we will make our leaves again. Pull the yarn through the corner and make a slip stitch. Then chain 3, make a double crochet into the chain space, chain 3, and make 2 more double crochet into the chain space. Then skip the first double crochet into the second double crochet, make the V-stitch, make the double crochet, a chain and a double crochet into the second stitch. Then skip 2 stitches and repeat the V-stitch, make a double crochet, a chain and a double crochet into the same stitch and repeat that pattern. When you get to the corner, I skip 2 more stitches and make my V-stitch, and the next stitch is empty. I go into the corner, make 2 doubles, 3 chains, and 2 doubles into the corner. Then skip your first double crochet and repeat the V-stitch, double crochet, chain and double crochet into the same stitch. Then skip 2 stitches and repeat the V-stitch and make this pattern all the way till you get to the corner. I make my last V-stitch, double crochet, chain and double crochet in the second to last stitch, then a slip stitch into the 3rd chain and a slip stitch into the double crochet. And now we will make our flowers. I grab my pink yarn, start round 3 and make a slip stitch into the corner. Chain 3, and make a double crochet into the same corner. Chain 3 and then make 2 more double crochet into the corner. Then chain 3 and now I go into my first V-stitch and make my popcorn stitch. Make 5 double crochets into the V-stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then turn your work over and make a slip stitch into the first double crochet and pull tight. Then chain 3 and continue making popcorn stitches into each V-stitch until you get to the corner. Then make the 3 chains, 2 doubles, 3 chains and 2 doubles, and then 3 chains, and then start your popcorn stitches again and work all the way to the corner. I'm at the corner now, I'm almost finished. I make 3 chains, the slip stitch into the chain and slip stitch into the double crochet. This is a good stopping point if you want your poncho to be small or medium sized. If you want to add more rounds, then just simply continue. This was round 1, 2. This is our last round that we did, round 3. And you can add round 4, 5, and 6 again, over and over. And I think a nice stopping point is always round 3 because the rosebuds look really nice. So you can add as many rounds as you wish to make the poncho as large as you want to. This is how my poncho looks now, and I repeated the roses twice. And this is my last round with the roses. And now we will create our neckline, and we will only make 1 easy round. I will start my neckline over the first double crochet that we made when we made the squares. This is my corner, and that's the first double crochet of the corner. And I'm pulling my new color through, and you can use any color that you have left over or any color that you like. Pull it through the first stitch, make a chain, then single crochet 3 more, 1, 2, and 3, and now we're at the chain space. Skip that chain space and then make a popcorn stitch into that big space right here, and we're making the same popcorn stitch we always made with 5 doubles, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then turn it around and slip stitch into the first double crochet. And this time we don't make any chains to the left or to the right of our popcorn stitch. Then go directly, skip that next chain space and go directly into the first double crochet without a chain, and then make single crochets all the way until you get to the first front post of our popcorn stitch. This is the stitch, the front post, and into that stitch I will make a picot. Make a single crochet, 3 chains, and go into those 2 legs and make a slip stitch. Then make 2 single crochet. Here's our next front post. Make a single crochet with the picot, chain 3, and make the picot. And continue that all the way across until you get to the next corner. And we will repeat the popcorn stitch. I've made my last picot over my last popcorn stitch. Now I make single crochet until I get to the chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I make a popcorn stitch into that space with 5 doubles. Turn the work around and slip stitch, and then it directly, without any chains, into the next double crochet. And then we single crochet all the way to the next popcorn stitch. And above the popcorn stitch, I make a picot again. Then 3 singles, and over the next popcorn stitch, picot. I'm making my last stitch, my last single crochet into the last double crochet, and I leave 2 loops on the hook. And then I threaded a needle, and I will go through these 2 loops and then through my first single crochet, and then down where the yarn's coming out of through the same loop, I'm going down, and that way you can create a neckline where you can't see the beginning or the end. And then I just stitch in my loose ends, and that's our neckline.